Hey folks, Iana Kone here. I got a request to do this problem here. This is module 3, number 30 on the WebAssign, and it'll probably be number 30 on your other quizzes. So this is really a first in these word problems. Find the length and time. Well, you can read it. So step A, I've got this handout called Flowchart for Solving Problems. And honestly, I think this handout is better. If you want to print this out, follow these steps every single time. And I would print it out in color if you're struggling with this, because the color really helps. But anyway, we'll go over this in class. First step is always write the conversion factors. Notice how I took the 10, wrote on top, wrote on bottom. I took the 20, top and bottom. Let's do that first, every single time. Do that, and you'll get it right every single time. And then write the given amount. So find the length of time. So they want to know something. And excuse me, that's the given amount that we're starting with. I'm so sorry. And that's the 1,000 milliliters. But the next step is what I was talking about with what units do they want the answer in, and that's hours, and that's what I mentioned before. Find the length of time, that's what they want to know. So what do they want to know? Put the words there, and then what amount are you given with to start with? Put it there. Now the wonderful thing about this class, and for the most part chemistry, is they're going to give you only one amount to start with, and it's usually an amount, a volume, or a mass. And they're going to give you all of the other amounts, rates, like drops per milliliter, drops per minute. They're going to give you all of that. You have to know a couple, but they're the ones you already know, and we'll get there, so don't worry. So write it like this. This is the step. And then the next step is the first factor to choose needs to have the word milliliter in the denominator. It truly is that straightforward. Whatever word is right there, put it right there on the bottom. That's what you do. You don't have to ask any questions about what's the problem about or how to do the problem. You just do that. And I say it real simply like that. You just do that because, while those questions about, what are the problems about, they're great questions, but this method is kind of so you don't have to ask those questions. So we're going to look up here what unit has the word milliliter, and there's always one in this class. Look, minutes. It's this box. It's not that box. The word minute is not in there. And in this class, every single one, you'll either choose this box or this box. It's never a question on which box you choose. That's for a much later class, not even chemistry. So look, I chose that one, that box, and milliliters on the bottom. So it tells me to put 10 drops on the top, and we're going to cancel the word milliliter. Now see, what this does is this really does change the word milliliter to drops. So now we're dealing with drops of solution. So if you want to know what is the problem actually doing, that's what the math is doing. But you don't even have to understand that to start with. So I bet you can predict what this sentence says. We need the word drops on the bottom, and the only reason is it's drops is on the top. It has nothing to do with the problem, what the problem's about, at least in this method. So we're going to put the word drops on the bottom. You'll go back up there, find the word drops on the bottom. Look, it's that one right there. And you really do just put it right there. And you put it there because the word drops cancels with the word drops. And now, look, we're in minutes. So this problem has taken into account the amount of IV, the rate of the IV, and right now, how many minutes the IV is going. So that's what the math is doing. And then you can see now, look, we're getting closer to the word hours because, well, we all know the next one is the conversion factor you have to know. And it's between 60 minutes and 1 hour. And look, I wrote it both ways, 60 on the top, 60 on the bottom. And I chose 60 on the bottom because the word minutes cancel. And look, now we're at the word hours. So we have converted from milliliters and coming out at a specific rate, and however many minutes we left the thing going, and then we left it to hours, converted it to hours, and this will tell us how much volume is getting in the patient. And that's what the problem is about. So I like to rewrite the numbers. Of course I do. I'm a math teacher. I like to write a bunch of stuff, and then I reduce that. You just get rid of the zeros and you get rid of a zero there. And then I reduce the fraction and get a fraction because it's not a whole number, it's a fraction with a repeating decimal. So that's going to get you the right answer. So like I said, if you like this handout, print it out in color. It's 2 pages, but you'll get every single problem in this class if you memorize that method. So nice job. Thanks a bunch.